Hey guys, so this is going to be my weekly Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. video, possibly weekly. It's going to depend on if you guys watch it, you like it, or whatever, whether or not I'm going to keep doing them or not. So this is just going to be a video of me talking about the last episode and things I think about and all that stuff. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is Hunter and May. I am in love with this storyline because I really like Hunter and I really like May, and I think they're both badass, and so why wouldn't I love this storyline? I'm actually a person who likes Ward. I don't like I don't root for Ward, but I like his character. So there is a part of me that kind of hopes they don't actually kill him. Which is weird to say because I'm kind of rooting for them, but at the same, I'm very conflicted about the whole thing. But I definitely I love a good complex evil, weird character like Ward. It's one of the things that I really like when I watch shows like this. But so I would like him to stick around and keep creating chaos in a lot of ways. However, yeah, I think May and Hunter need to seek a little vengeance, and I think it's gonna be interesting to see how they do it. And how long this storyline, it seems like something's going down in the next episode from the preview, so I don't really know how long this storyline is gonna go. I will say, even if you don't like Ward, which I think most of you don't, he's got to be a hard guy to kill, no? I feel like it's gonna be a little tough to kill him, so I think it's gonna be interesting to see how that progresses. I definitely think in a one-on-one fight that May could kick the out of Ward. I think we figured that out at the end of the first season, so we'll see. But I also kind of hope that this storyline kind of goes into a different direction and maybe something a little unexpected. This season so far has been amazing when it comes to really showcasing everyone. I feel like the only character in my mind that's been a little bit in the background in the past 3 episodes is Bobby. However, I think she's gonna start getting into this Simmons storyline a little bit more. So I'm excited about that. So the next thing that I want to talk about is the Skye Coulson rift, and I'm going to try to talk about this without all of you really disliking me. You guys know from a lot of my reactions, or our reactions, that Kevin and I are not the biggest fan of Daisy. I'm sorry, I said Skye, didn't I? See, I have the same issues, Coulson. Don't worry about it. But I like her all the way up into a point, and then she'll say something or do something that I'm not a big fan of. But whatever. I mean, we all have our favorites and our least favorites, and that's just how life is. Okay, so the whole thing with Skye and Lincoln in this episode, I liked that they had kind of a moment to connect. I really liked Lincoln in Afterlife. I'm so conflicted about him at the moment, just as a character, and I know a lot of you really like him. So sorry if you're I don't know, offended by this or whatever, but Lincoln is kind of, to me, I feel like S.H.I.E.L.D. is, okay, this is pre-Coulson trying to make a deal with the ATCU. I'm talking about at the beginning of the episode and kind of at the end of episode 1 where Lincoln just randomly ran away. I was I think S.H.I.E.L.D's your best bet, and I feel like he should trust Daisy enough to... yeah, I feel like if he just went with S.H.I.E.L.D. in the first place, none of that would have happened. I don't actually know if I trust the ATCU But in my mind, I think Coulson knows what he's doing. I know they're kind of trying, it seems like they're building up that like Coulson might be a little in over his head. There's just little comments that are being made, and like it seems like that's where the writers are going with this. However, you know, in my mind, I think, you know, Coulson has dealt with things like this before, and yeah, I don't know. I understand why Daisy's really upset with the deal that Coulson made, but at the same time, I mean, in all honesty, my like gut reaction with it is just like, why can't you just trust Coulson? I don't know. That's how I feel about it. I feel like the reason, if any of you are curious as to why I'm normally not a big Sky Daisy fan, is that I feel like there's been a lot of times where specifically Coulson and May have done a lot for her, and I feel like she hasn't appreciated that as sometimes she does and sometimes she doesn't. And yeah, I may cut all of that out because I'm like terrified of the Sky lovers coming after me. Everybody gets so mad when we hate on her. Maybe I'll leave it in. We'll see. So Simmons wants to go back. Let's talk about it. Let's see what everybody's theories are. Leave them in the comment section. I'm going to be very honest with these videos. I do not know a lot about the Marvel Universe. When I was growing up, I read the X-Men comics, and that was it. I did not read any of the really other comics at all. And the reason that I started watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the first place is because it was a Whedon show, not because I was like super into comics or the Marvel Universe or anything like that. So yeah, just so everybody knows that I do not have a ton of knowledge. I think I have a good knowledge of the Marvel Universe, but not as good as some people. So you may want to go to other people for predictions of, you know, what happened to her there and why she really wants to go back. Okay, so the first thing that comes to my mind about Simmons, why she wants to go back, is that there's someone else there, that there's someone else was with her. I know it doesn't seem like there was, because in that first shot of the first episode, she was kind of like running around and seemed to be by herself. And, you know, when she was, you know, reaching for Fitz, like, it seemed like she was by herself there too. But there's something that just, I think that there's like a moment where Coulson was talking about Simmons and he was like, oh, I can't imagine being alone that entire time. Maybe she wasn't. And, yeah, like something, and like, it was just like the moment in the restaurant where she like made a toast with Fitz, was when she like really started to cry and lose it. I think maybe that reminded her of somebody that was actually there with her. So I'm a little, I don't know. So I think that there's a possibility that there's somebody still there that she needs to go save. However, if that was the case though, now that I'm talking about it and like listening to myself say this, like, I feel like she would have said that sooner, don't you think? Unless it's more complicated than that, it always is. But like, I feel like she would have been like, oh God, no, like so-and-so's back there. Trip? It's not Trip. That's the stupidest thing I've ever said. I also think that it's possible that possibly something was done to her there and that she needs to go back for a cure or something. Like maybe, I don't know. Listen, I'm not a writer, but like something happened to her. Maybe they injected her with something. Maybe she's gonna die soon. Maybe something, whatever. And the only cure is back there. And so she needs to get back. And the third thing that I thought of is that it is in fact going to tie in with the Lash storyline that's going on. And it seems like the next episode's really going to have to do with Lash and some guy, and you know, he's like, what did you tell them? He's like, I told them the truth, or something like that. So maybe that guy was also something having to do with that. I don't know if it's that realistic that there's a tie-in between the two, but you know, I'm just speculating at this point. Also, it could be as easy as kind of just a weird, like, PTSD. It could be simply explained by something like that, where everything that she does on Earth, now that she's been saved from that place, is just a horrible reminder that she was there. And, you know, while she was there, she was surviving, she was doing everything she had to do to live, but now it's all very real. Does that make sense? Like, she sees Fitz, and so now, oh, that happened. It wasn't like a bad dream. It like, oh, all of this happened, and now I'm damaged, and I can't see straight, and like, you know, I can't live here because like a phone's fucking buzzing, and I'm like jumping out of my skin. They could actually go that route where it's kind of more of a psychological thing. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, honestly, because I'm just kind of like randomly thinking of weird ideas. But yeah, normally I do this with Kevin every weekend, and I talk about our theories. Like, we would be sitting like in our dining room with coffee for hours talking about where on earth Gemma could be, and I don't have that at the moment, so let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any big theories on where she went, or that maybe if you're more knowledgeable about the Marvel Universe and have a better idea of where she went in the first place, you might make more sense than I do. I may not make any sense. So let me know what you guys think. Also, let me know if you guys like this video. Just an update for those of you who did leave suggestion shows on that one video where I was asking for suggestions of another show to start watching in November. I'm gonna, just so you guys know, I'm gonna wait until around November to actually select a show. And I'll make a video talking about, you know, I'll go through the list of shows that you guys gave me. I'll let you know which ones I've already seen. Some of you guys are suggesting some of my favorite shows that I've watched like 10 times already, so it's kind of funny. But, and, you know, shows that I really do want to see, and then maybe put it to a vote or something like that. So keep leaving ideas for shows to watch, and let me know what you guys think. Thanks. Bye.